All right.
All right. I'm running on no sleep.
Wait, why didn't you sleep? Oh, yes, you told me. Oh, I'm up and ready and feeling good.
Yeah, I feel great.
You see?
I'm just full of smiles.
I know. I can see that everyone loves a sleepy smile.
Okay, gotta be energetic.
Yes.
Katie's very chipper. She always puts out perky music, so I should be perky too.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to 2K Mats. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
Guess who's back? Back again.
She's back with a big old smile on her face.
Miss Catherine Hudson, aka Katy Perry, is back with her. What number of album is this for her? Fifth? Sixth?
Wait, hold on.
One of the boys, Teenage Dream, Prism, Witness. This one. Smile.
Yes.
Yes, five. Okay,
Smile. Okay, five.
Okay.
It's crazy because I feel like she's been around for so long and it's only the fifth one.
I know.
I feel like because the Teenage Dream era was like literally like 12
massive,
years.
Yeah. I think yesterday, 2 days ago, was the 10-year anniversary of Teenage Dream.
Whoa.
Which is like, oh God.
Whoa.
But we're here and we're excited to talk about Katy Perry's fifth album, Smile.
Yes, it took a little while because she came out with the first single, Never Really Over, which is a fucking classic.
I mean,
over a year ago at this point.
I feel like artists are doing this nowadays because it's definitely a singles market where it's like, if you want to stay on the top of New Music Friday on Spotify, it's best to come out with your singles every few weeks, and it just gets you more of an audience than if you were to put a big album out all at once, and then it's exciting for like a second, and then everyone's like, okay, next thing. For a while I was like, is there even an album coming? And Never Really Over was so promising, and then Small Talk happened, which we all know my thoughts, and then Hollies in Hawaii happened, which is a good song.
Yes.
But didn't like make a huge impact. But then I was like, no, we're now restarting the album era. We're putting out Daisies.
Yes.
Which apparently, you know what her child's name is.
I saw that and I was like, Catherine.
I mean, she's nothing if she's not on the nose, but it's a very cute name.
Daisy Bloom. And then putting out a song called Daisy.
Honestly, as far as promotion goes, the name is Daisy. The child was born yesterday. So it's like, if this was all planned around your release date and your due date, then like, you better work, guys.
Oh, she was holding that.
Because it's like, you know what's gonna make headlines? My Child with Orlando Bloom. And then my album will be out when people are thinking of me. It's like, yes!
God. Oh my God, I bet you her water broke like 2 weeks ago and she was just like, no, no.
I mean, they very recently pushed the album back a couple of weeks. And so I bet they were like, your due date's gonna be this. And she's like, okay, 1 second.
Okay, let me call
Capitol Records and be like, hello, it's Katy.
It's okay. We've pushed it back 100 times by now. Like, what's another couple weeks?
Congratulations to the new parents.
Yes.
That's very exciting for both Katy and Orlando. But we all know that when I listen to albums and the first song is the first single, I'm usually like, skip, and like ready to jump on the album. But it's like, I can't skip Never Really Over.
Never Really
like,
Over.
I know we've literally reviewed this song on this channel, but like, I can't stress enough, one of her best songs.
Absolutely, without a doubt, one of the best songs of last year.
Yes.
And like, honestly, like, let's bring it out into this year. Like, I'm so happy because we were kind of scared that it wouldn't be on the album.
Yes.
It's just like, no. This song is far too good to not be on an album, and it's far too good to not headline the album and be the first song on the album.
It's a great, and the thing is, I think this album in general has a very strong start, but of course, it has to start with the greatness of Never Really Over. Then we jump into what I would say is one of my favorite songs on the album. Maybe my favorite.
Okay, Matt Palmer.
I love Cry About It Later. I don't love sing-songy, and it borders on that.
It absolutely
does.
does.
But it's so hooky. It's like an earworm that gets stuck in your head immediately. I think the production is very driving, which, you know, since Teenage Dream, Katy Perry's always been about driving songs, but it's very driving in 2020. Like, I feel like it feels very The Weeknd. I saw that the producer on this did The Weeknd's In Your Eyes and Blinding Lights, and it definitely fits in with that. It also kind of fits with the new Miley Cyrus single. I just feel like it sounds very current, very now, but also very Katy and not trying too hard.
Yes.
I just think it's firing on all cylinders.
Yes, I think it's very peppy and poppy while still being a little eerie.
Yes.
I think it's a really cool dichotomy. When I first heard the hook in the very beginning, I was like, no. And then it started going and I was like, okay.
Okay.
And then by the end with the vocoder, I think it's really good. One of my favorites.
Oh, as well. Absolutely. I love
Yeah, it's a good, dancing but we're sad moment.
Exactly. I mean,
And then,
is there anything I like more? That's literally the Robin playbook, is Dancing While Sad, and I'm here for it.
And then next comes a song that's literally on the nose about dancing while you're
yes, dancing with those teary eyes. And this song is kind of like, could fit in with Chromatica. It's a very like 90s house thing, which Katy has done before on Prism, when like a Walking on Air moment. I feel like of her albums, this album reminds me the most of Prism. It is more consistent than Prism, but there are other songs we'll get to later that I also feel like harken back to that sound, which I think was a good sound for her and a good place to revisit. But I like Teary Eyes. I think I'd be happy with that as a third single. If this song was a single and was a hit, I'd be happy, because I feel like we deserve justice for Walking on Air, which I feel like was kind of paid dust during the Prism era. I feel like she performed it on SNL, but it never was a full single, and it's like, why not?
Okay.
Why not?
All right.
Why not?
All right, justice for Walking on Air. We got Teary Eyes over. Then we get to Daisies, which you already saw a review of.
Still love it.
And if you haven't, well, it's in the plethora of videos.
Exactly.
Daisies is great.
I love Daisies.
Daisies is lovely.
I think it's beautiful.
I think Daisies is definitely, without a doubt, still one of the strongest songs.
Absolutely.
On the album. Yeah.
Okay, and so Resilience. I feel like I'm of two minds with this song.
Yes.
I actually love the production, the strings and the snaps, and the melody is nice throughout, and I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I think lyrically.
Yes.
I understand that she went through something with Witness. It was her first time that she was not like biggest pop star on the planet. With her album, it didn't get as well received as her others did, and she had a bit of an emotional breakdown. She broke up with Orlando Bloom, went through a lot, fell into a depression. I get that. But I feel like from here on out, every other song is about being resilient and not living in your flophood or whatever, and like going with the punches and rolling with the punches and smiles coming up, and it's like, yes.
I mean, I see why the album was called Smile.
Yes, that's correct.
And after hearing Roar and after hearing this album, you know that Katy Perry loves an inspirational pop song.
She does.
I mean, you might as well just put Rise on here.
I forgot Rise.
If we're putting old songs on an album like Never Really Over, might as well go even back further and put Rise on here. There are a lot of songs that are just like, I'm sad, but I rise above, and I'm resilient, and it's like, okay.
It's very like Glee. Honestly, when I first heard this song, it didn't bother me as much. I knew
because you didn't know what was all coming. You didn't know that all the rest of the songs were going to be about this.
I know, and but out of those songs, this is one of my favorites. Of the if we're gonna believe in ourselves,
yes,
we might as well believe in ourselves with like a sparse, string-based, snap-heavy.
Yes, I think the production really makes this song, because it could have just easily been another, big produced pop peppy song and everything, but I think the production really plays against that, and I think it works really well. Lyrics, again, very on the nose, but what are you gonna do? I think Resilient is cute and fun, and I like it. Yes.
Not the end of the world.
I think has great moments. I think the verses are really cool. I think the Nana Hey Hey sample's really cool.
This for me is my least favorite on the album.
Oh, interesting.
It's two things. It's also, we're back to the resilient theme, and we're back to when you fall down, get back up, which is a nice sentiment, but for 7 songs, and then B, it's okay, I just have trouble with believe in yourself lyrics with a dark horse beat. It's a Dark Horse Believe in Yourself remix, and I'm like, what? I don't get it. I just don't get it.
That is very strange, but I like that, we took a swing.
We did take a swing. I need to give it more of a chance. I've heard people online saying they really like this song, so I may be alone here.
I understand why you don't like it.
Yes.
I think there are lots of things to like about it, but you don't necessarily have to like it as a whole.
I will listen again. I'm excited to get more into it, but for me it didn't initially work.
Yes.
I don't hate Smile as much as you do. Have we talked about Smile on the channel?
Not on camera, just on the podcast.
Do you want to...
I mean, what can I say? It sounds like a Target commercial. Okay, I listened to Smile again when listening through this whole album. I do like the melody of the pre-chorus.
Okay, that's something.
And the lyrics of the pre-chorus choruses are fun. It's just, as my old vocal performance teacher used to say about some of my musical comedy performances, it's just a little too.
That does sound like the feedback you'd get. And it also, I can see what you're saying. I guess I'm used to her being kind of a cheese ball, and this like kind of is in keeping with that. I'm not as bothered by the chorus melody as you are.
It just feels a little Target. Like I'm going shopping. I'm like skipping around in my brand new shoes with my back to school backpack.
I am less bothered by it. I think it's fine. I don't think it's like terribly thrilling or like amazing or anything, but I'm not bothered by it. She also put out a remix with Giorgio Moroder recently, which I think makes the production a little more interesting.
Okay.
So I'd give that one a try.
Okay, I haven't heard that.
I prefer that one. It has more punch to it.
Okay,
and
cool.
So I do prefer that.
I just feel like if we're gonna do a cutesy, happy song, I think Resilient works. Is a little more interesting to me and a little less predictable and a little less back to school.
Champagne Problems.
Champagne Problems, besides Smile, is my least favorite.
Wow.
I think the verses are kind of good. Like, I like the verses.
Right.
The chorus to me is kind of just like,
Yeah, it's very there. I feel like for the title and concept being Champagne Problems, which is like, okay, that's something.
That's interesting.
She doesn't explain it enough. Like, she's very much like, oh, we've gone through the hardest times that we're going to, and now we have our champagne problems. And then I feel like the second verse is lyrically 90% the same as the first verse.
Yeah.
So it feels like I would call the song underwritten. I feel like there's a way to make this song good, but it feels unfinished. It feels like the least finished song.
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Tucked I like because it sounds like a song from her first album. It's just like, oh right, remember when Katy Perry used to sing with guitars? And like singing, you know, little pop throwback rock sounds. I don't know. I think it doesn't like do anything that exciting melodically, but it's like a cute song, but it's like also just sonically different on this album, but a sound that she's used to doing. And so it's like cool hearing her over a song like this.
Yeah.
Holidays in Hawaii is a song that's grown on me ever since I first heard it.
Absolutely.
It's excellent.
I think the song is really, really great. In the top
I love it.
4 for
Yes.
me. I think it's a different sound than what's on the rest of the album, but like it doesn't feel out of place. We're finally out of like super Happysville.
Yes.
I like Harley's in Hawaii.
Yes, and it kind of feels like what Dark Horse felt like when she first put it out. It's like, this is a different sound for her, but it also doesn't sound like she's trying too hard. And so this is exciting because it just feels like a smooth sound that feels natural for her. I love Only Love.
Only Love is great.
It is great.
Melodically, I think it's really good.
It works. Like the weird background, like choral moments work. Like I feel like the chorus is very sincere, especially when you know about how her parents are like evangelical, and her first single's I Kissed a Girl, and she's just like, I wish I could call you back because I told you I would and write you a letter because I don't want to waste time with with things I hate. I just want to lead with the things I love, and it's like I like that.
Yeah, it's like serious without being heavy in the slightest.
Yes.
Everyone can relate to it.
Yeah.
Everyone can be at least relatively moved by it.
Totally.
I think she does a nice job with it.
Yes.
Yeah, I have nothing but good things to say about the song.
And What Makes a Woman?
Needs more.
I know.
That's a good song.
It's a great song that ends at 2 minutes.
And it ends after the second chorus.
I
like,
know.
give me a bridge or at least a third chorus.
I know.
Like, I think What Makes a Woman is really good.
Yes, it's so pretty. And like, I thought I had heard the album version, but then those synths came in the second verse. I was like, oh, maybe I just watched the acoustic performance she put out and I didn't actually listen to the album version of it. But it's lovely. She sounds great. I think it's a great dedication to her new daughter. I love it. I also wish it was a bit longer. But I think overall, I think it's very consistent. I think it is good. I think the drawbacks are certainly the themes are limited. But I think there are no moments that make me cringe. Like, there's no, this is how we do.
There's no Bon Appetit.
I feel like this is a good, let's get back to basics with Katy. Like, it's almost like Katy's Lover. It's like, remember those things you really liked about me. I'm gonna do them now in a bit more grown-up way, and they'll be familiar. Maybe the highs won't be as high, but I know how to do this now and make it make sense, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'll give you what you need.
Exactly.
I'll give you what you need now, especially. I mean, she probably wanted to make an album of just everyone's going through a horrible time. This album needs to be about being resilient and believing in yourself and dancing through your tears.
I mean,
thank you.
Thank you, and I will be listening to Cry About It later a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you think of Katy Perry's new album, Smile, in the comments. Also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Matt Palmer Music.
And it's Matt Steele.
And at 2Gay Mats for both of us. Go to patreon.com/2gaymats for bonus content from us. I will be editing our Miss Saigon bonus podcast episode soon, in the next day or two. Listen to our podcast. Comes out on Monday. It's called 2K Mats, TWO. And we love you guys.
Yeah.
We love Adam Parnell. We love Montana. We love Richard. We love all of you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hang in there, guys. Be resilient like Katy.
Be resilient.